Hello everyone, Scott Lowe from Gamescom here. I'm here with the lovely, the talented Andrew Goldfarb, and we have just played with the PlayStation 4 Controller in a true competitive multiplayer first-person shooter experience. In this case, Killzone Shadowfall and Battlefield 4. Last week, I got to play with the Xbox One controller with Call of Duty Ghosts in their multiplayer reveal, and really got a chance to kind of see what it was like with a true shooter experience and what kind of improvements they made. This was our first opportunity with the PlayStation 4. What did you think?
I liked it. It feels, everything about it feels tighter. Like the sticks are tighter, the triggers are tighter. Like the controller itself feels good. Like everything just feels nice about it. I don't know. It's like it's funny describing like a tactical thing in words. Obviously, I'm a little tired from this convention anyway. But I think I don't know, like sprinting, moving, like everything that you need to do with those sticks just feels way better. They're not loose. Colin Moriarty always talks about how the PlayStation 3 controllers on the DualShock 3 pop up. These don't do that. They're held in place. You feel like you have a lot of control over everything. Of course, the triggers are no longer like, I don't know, again, very loose. I always feel like you have no degree of control with DualShock 3 triggers. Here, it's very precise. I assume it's really good for racers as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the big changes are, the triggers are no longer concave or convex. They are now concave, so they kind of bow out. So they have a little bit of a lip, so you can, grab onto them really well. I also noticed that, like, the level of travel between, like, the, kind of static position and the fully depressed position is a lot wider. So you feel like you have a much, like, kind of more distinctive kind of, like, click when you, fire. So that was really cool. The shoulders, I mean, they kind of feel more or less the same, obviously shaped a little differently, but nothing too major.
I think the controller itself in general doesn't feel drastically different than the DualShock 3, which is a good thing. Like, I mean, you want it to have the same form factor and everything. But yeah, I think the bumpers are basically unchanged, which is good. I had no complaints about PS3's bumpers at all.
Yeah. And another thing I really liked was the handles. I mean, I've got big ogre hands. I want something that feels substantial in my hand, and DualShock 3, quite honestly, just felt like, really small and kind of like a toy almost. These really kind of shape to your hand and allow you to have like a good amount of grip so that you can, really kind of have a lot of control as you're like making taps, from the thumbstick to the D-pad and the action buttons.
Yeah, I agree. It's ergonomically, I think it's like very, it feels good. It feels solid. Like I think it definitely, the size difference is weird to me. Like it's really, I don't even know if it would be noticeable if you were looking at them side by side, but I do feel like I feel it just because I'm so used to the DualShock 3. But like after like 5 minutes of playing, I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. And for a shooter, it did. It felt like really, again, it felt like really tight. It felt like I was in control all the time.
Again, the shoulder buttons, I did find it a little strange with the, I had to like stop myself when, I had to think about the fact that it's like a share button and an options button now. It's not, start and select, so you have to like, resist the urge to tap those, because if you do the share button, it just takes you out of the game.
Yeah, and it's interesting too that like the touchpad in the middle, I don't even know if a lot of people realize is a button, and so like contextually it's really smart that kind of becomes like your menu button in some games, which I think makes a lot of sense. But yeah, the touchpad itself also is like kind of an interesting thing, because like you can get all these weird like, context sensitive menus. Killzone, you can select your drone, like I like the idea of having that for some kind of option, some kind of additive thing, but I never want to be required, feel like a gimmick. Like, I like that you can also use the D-pad instead in most cases.
Yeah, and speaking of the D-pad, I actually think they've made an already amazing D-pad even better. I mean, PlayStation has always had a really solid grasp on, like, D-pad design, but now it's even better. It's, slightly taller. It actually kind of angles in a little bit, and there's, like, a clear established center. So, like, you can kind of roll it around a little bit. So fighting fans, I think, will actually be into it. It's not super critical for shooters because, I mean, obviously all you really need to do is a quick tap, and, it works fairly well. So overall, would you say, like, you feel more precise and you have more control?
Yeah, totally, 100%. I think, I tend to prefer shooters on Xbox, and I think now I actually will really think about playing more on PS4.
Yeah, awesome. Well, for all things DualShock 4 and PlayStation 4, stay on IGN.